because it's a lot worse than what you think.
That's right.
It's a lot worse than what you think. I just got to let you just have to go in your mind and see what's going on, because I haven't saw the pictures of this shit. This is the Guide to the Star Wars Universe by Bill Slavinsky. So you're going to get the Star Wars trilogy. But if you want to get the encyclopedia, Guide to the Star Wars Universe. And in here they talk about the Clone Wars, as well as the stuff off of the actual internet. But this is the one, that's S-L-A-V-I-C-S-E-K. S-L-A-V-I-C-S-K. That's Bill, whatever that crap name was, whatever. The Guide to the Star Wars Universe. Now, dealing with this particular information, it says, I want to get this to you right now. I'm going to show you this. They deal with the Clone Wars, and they say the Clone Wars in here, they talk about on the net and all. A Clone Wars was a terrible war fought between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And in this stuff, they just, but there's a strange thing. They don't even really mention what the shit is. Now he's doing the first 3 trilogies, because they started from episode 4, 5, and 6. Episode 4 was Star Wars 1, 5 was Empire Strikes Back, and 6 was Return of the Jedi. So the first 3 trilogies he's doing now, the first one is due out in 98 or even 99. But the key is it's dealing with this Clone Wars. Now, this is what actually went on. In 1976, after Elijah Muhammad died in 1975, in 1976, another cracker wrote a book called Elijah in 1976, and we had this bicentennial party. Big party. Richard Pryor put out Bicentennial Nigger and all that. At this particular time, the next year, they started the Clone Wars. They started the Clone Wars. And the 20-year anniversary, I'm trying to tell you this. Listen to this. If you get Vera Stanley Alder's book, Vera Stanley Alder's book, Finding of the Third Eye, someplace up in there she is quoting that in the last days, the black people's third eye will open. Sometime in the late 80s, early 90s. But at least by now, everybody's third eye is supposed to open. Now listen to this, because this is very key that you understand this, and this is the mark on whether I'm telling the truth or not. It's in her book, it's in Mary Holt's book, Practical Egyptian Magic. In the book says that there is a time capsule program with the old ones that will be triggered, and we will get the knowledge of the old ones, which is talking about the pineal gland and the third eye opening up in the last days. In another book called Kundalini for a New Age, just remember that, it says there are devices in the body that will come online or on program when the race is nearing extinction. In Murray Holt's book, Ancient Egypt, Sirius Connection, or it's called the Sirius Connection now, it says, in the chapter on the lion power, it says that the cat lion crystal gene, and this, they're just talking about, they got all these fancy names for melanin, and how this shit is going to come online. They're getting it from the Rosicrucian Cosmos Conception, which is an old book, kind of racist, but in the book it bears witness that the pineal glands will open up in the last days. As well as Mark Balfour's book, Sign of the Serpent, Key to Creative Physics. Anytime you hear the word creative physics, that means melanin. And it says, based on a team of scientists in 1988, that the Kundalini has started opening up in people on the planet, which is your energy, which is your third eye energy. It opened up in white people, but they burn up because they don't have a third eye, so when they get up there, they double back and they catch on fire. Eternal combustion. But it says the Kundalini energy will be opening up. Now this is the key. There's several books out on this that bears witness to this, as well as biblical texts and all kind of ancient texts you can get on how we would be. There's a book called Prisms of Lyra, and it said that the Syrians, which is us, got the last laugh. They put a genetic time capsule in the Syrian people, which is us, that will open up and it'll be triggered when the acceleration of evolution is triggered, and the vibratory rate rise, this thing will trigger, and we will eat from the tree of life, which means you would be coming back to your God self. Now, let's deal with the doggone investigative reporting here. How many people have been conscious or somewhat into this within the last 7 years? How many people have been getting into some type of consciousness or been searching for, not longer, but let's say since 1990? As you know, with the Afrocentric movement and a couple of things, it seemed like 3-4 years ago you had more black conscious people than you have now.
That's right.
Black people losing their damn mind. And ain't complaining about shit. Just taking it. And going back to Jesus. Like a nigga from 1930. Ain't got a bitch. All you unlearned. And conscious people. Now this is the key on what I'm trying to say here. If the science in the book The Finding of the Third Eye and all these particular science have come down and said that the third eye was supposed to open in the late 80s and the early 90s. But yet we're in 1997 and seem like there are more dead people than it is conscious. It's almost like you all alone out this shit now.
That's right.
Well, something had to happen for the damn third eye not to open up. Now, what I'm saying to you is to imagine within the last 20 years or so that the United States government had come in and literally replaced our race with a clone race. No, I ain't talking about no some motherfuckers. I'm telling you that what if 88% of everybody you see is some form of a damn robot or something? This is some real shit. Now don't get all alarmed, because I'm explaining this thing to you in a few minutes on what the hell is going on. They have come and they are killing about 2,000 black people a day in cloning centers all around the country. Very key that you understand this. But that's all good. Because in the Gospel of Thomas, they say when you seek knowledge and you find what you seek, you're supposed to be disturbed. But when you are disturbed, start rejoicing, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Now when they gave me this revelation, I swear to God, and I saw this shit, I said, can't nothing be as bad as this. That the only reason why you're here today, and it's just a few of us in the United States, and the third eye, first of all, your third eye is open. For the mere fact that your third eye was not open, you would not be into this shit. You would reject it flat out. That's what the third eye is, your awareness of this thing and your hunger for it. That's why you up in this shit on a Saturday night.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
Your God self hasn't set in yet, but your third eyes are open. You just don't know it. It's such a natural process. The perception. But what I'm trying to tell you is that all those people, most of the people you see out there are robots. And that's what the guy in the THX movie was saying. Now THX is Lucas Sound. It is on the end of all movies now.
Yes.
And he's the new rich man.
Yes.
So they put out this movie to celebrate 20 years of the Clone Wars. We're talking about some crazy shit, but that's good because it means that because it's not meant for you to survive in the physical, no way.
That's right.
It's meant for your soul to go into another dimension and get off this sector. And I'm saying we're close with this shit. We are so close with this thing till it can be tomorrow. We got to always say this because I'm telling you it's very close. Now listen to this. Huh? You can see it? Yes. I'm telling you. Let's look at this. Look at this. What they had to do is this. In the 1960s, 1940s, 1950s, after they learned how to do this cloning, they realized that somewhere in the 1980s that the energy would get so bad until they would not be able to live on the earth with a lot of melanated people, at least not in America.
Okay.
The Clone Wars has now shifted from this shit and it's over in Africa now. So all the people that's killing each other is clones because they're cloning them up. So what's the ultimate weapon? To kill people and still have them here. And you do it through the church, you do it through the hospitals, and now most of your organizations are clone organizations. And that's what really, you say, but really these marches is a tracking device to see how many people are here and what the conscience is, and they put on all this type of stuff. I'm telling you, this is some real deal shit. Y'all can believe it or let it alone. But listen to this. They had this sector right here. They could no longer live on this sector anymore with the melanated people. So in order to live based on the energy, they had to transfer you out of this sector, or in this case, let's put it this way. Let's back this up. Because you ain't up, you down. It's in another dimension. Well, basically, let's do it this way. This is the sector that they had that you were in, called the earth. They had to transfer you from this sector to another alternative sector, same earth, but the spiritual earth, the one that's actually on the inside of this earth. The only one that was left down here was very, very advanced souls that is getting this shit now. Because you got to blow them up. You got to kill them on this sector before you leave your physical bodies and join the rest of the motherfuckers and glorify them. So we get in on the killing, but they get in on the killing too because the force is all around us and they become a part of you. So every black person they kill makes you stronger because that person is a part of you because it's the same force and they're actually living with you. They're the same force and you can tap into it. They are you now. You get this what I'm saying? They couldn't live, so they transferred you into this sector, and that was the big black thing Hale Bach was talking about that was over the earth, that was big as the earth. But the key is, they have come in, and now, what you don't understand is, there ain't nobody really out there. Most of the people you see is robots. The classic example, go get the 1956 version or the 1978 version. And it's the classic example, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's what we're talking about here. That is get to the T, and that's what you got to understand. Invasion of the Body Snatchers is actually what's going on at this particular time. And so basically what I'm saying is the horror is that you basically are the only ones here. And the only ones other than that is the ones that basically bear witness to this stuff at this particular time. It's kind of lonely, but that's cool. That's cool because now the ultimate reality is here. But all you got to do, but it's bear witness in also the Dark Crystal. When they kill them all off, and when they kill them all off, in the Star Wars they killed off all the Jedi Knights. Remember? That was the Clone War. And the word Jedi Knights come from the word Jedi Bendu. It's an Indian word which means black doctor, Bendu seed. Jedi Bendu. If you want to learn some more stuff, you got to go and get the vision behind the man's work in Star Wars, the annotated scriptures, where he gives you the several drafts of what he did to put it in the movie. And he said he got the whole movie from 40-something mythological books, including the book A Hero of a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell. You see what I'm saying? Which is all about the Head Roof story. So now, they killed them all off. They killed them all off in the Dark Crystal also, too. And all. So now, what we're talking about here is we have been hit so hard. What has happened is this. The The white boy understood that in the 1960s, that the energy of the black man, whether you marching or whether you're in the nation or whatever you was doing, was so strong till the energy even took his kids over and they like they got away from him with the hippie thing and the Vietnam protest thing and Kent State, you see what I'm saying, and Attica and that whole 9 yards. So what the deal was, they just sat back and said, we're just going to cool it for a minute. But the key is when they came back out, they are somewhere in the year 2025, and we are back there in 1969 in our thinking. You understand what I'm saying? The rest of the people. So therefore, if you're in 1969, and he is doing a war that is only a proportion of something in the space station with the clone thing and don't tell you about it, you'll never perceive this shit. So now the multiculturalism is fine because they done got all the people that's danger to them out of this sector, or so they think. Because it never said that it was going to be the masses of the people. It said it's a select few, but you don't have to worry because they didn't kill them. They just ultimately released the souls in where we're going in the first damn place. Because energy cannot be destroyed.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's still a catch-22. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. You see. Make us more stronger and more powerful. You understand what's going on here?
Right.
So, dealing with that ultimate reality, that means that we are right in the hour of what is going on right now. And so what they are doing, this, I'm telling you, what I'm trying to tell you is this. This is just like a horror show. Everything out there is gone.
That's right.
There's no such thing as a black race no more. The only thing is the light bringers left down here because you were supposed to be the ones left behind in this sector to kill this beast and to end this shit. And it's got to go down soon. Because there's even a part in the Bible that says that don't go down soon, even the elect would be threatened. You see what I'm saying? And it's an ultimate reality, so it's got to go down soon. I'm telling you, this shit got to go down soon, and it will. When we go into the alchemical part, we'll understand some things when we go in that particular part. You want to take a break, or you want to keep on going, or what? Okay, let's deal with this thing.